Hello! Joe Fury here to welcome you to another episode of Lunch Therapy. I'm coming at you from the set of a huge movie that I can't talk about because, of course, there are non-disclosure agreements, etc. But you see the director behind me working away on his cinema magic. But today, we have this incredible performance by Howard Aronin. My friend, an incredible comedian. He will be performing poetry and lifting the show to a new level. And then we will go right into a comedic comedy game show starring duck lover Gini Sikes and competition comedian Susan Wolfe. Both will be competing tonight, in the Burbank Comedy Festival. There is a link in the show notes. Welcome to Lunch Therapy. You're welcome. I'm gonna get myself a motor. All right, welcome everybody. Duck lover. Yes, Gini Sikes is a duck lover, as we know. Perhaps some older episodes we could check out and see how much she loves ducks. Finally, some comedy on the show. Yeah, we're gonna have some comedians today. But first, some breathing. But I wanted to tell you about Friday. Friday, we're going to have a great guest on the show. His name is Dave Vengus, and he is the first AD for Spielberg, for Oliver Stone, for Gary Marshall. He's an incredible first AD. He just did A Quiet Place 2, and he did Jungle Book, and it just goes on and on and on what he's doing. So anyway, if you have anybody that you know who has kids who want to work in the film industry and want to know about all the jobs in the film industry, this is a great guy to listen to, and he's got some great stories, as you can imagine. Now we're going to breathe in through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. I've got behind me an elephant from Thailand. This is courtesy of Jeff Lohman, who is in Thailand now, of course, looking at some elephants. In through the nose, out through the toes. Hold it. Let it go. I also have Gini Sikes on the show today, of course, as Joe Fury said, and I have Susan Wolfe on the show today. They are both competing in the Burbank Comedy Festival, so that's a pretty exciting thing. I have Howard Aronin on the show, although I just lost him, so hopefully he'll be coming back because he's going to be doing some poetry any second. In through the nose, out through the toes. He's coming back. He's back. What? Of course he's here. Let it go. Oh yeah, breathing is good, especially when your guest disappears. But now I think I've got him here. I think I got him. I don't know. You know, it's live, this show, in case you didn't notice. Anyway, let's see if we got Howard. Here we go. Howard Aronin. One more breath. I think we need one more. In through the nose, out through the toes. Because I don't think he's there. I think he's there, but just a minute. Just give me a second here. Oh yeah, he's here. He's here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Howard Aronin. There he is. There he is. Oh my God. I was so worried there for a second. That was crazy. Here he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Howard Aronin on Lunch Therapy. How are you, Howard?
I love technology. I'm delayed by 3 seconds. And
it's good, isn't it?
This is what a professional does.
That's right. We work with the medium. We push the edge of technology. We're right on the edge of it. Pushing back, trying to get back to 1950, when things were simpler. Not that I was around. Oh, what's going on? We got some special lights. I like it.
Oh, I'm going to be doing poetry, so I always
wear
my in case I want to see every word.
Are you going to be doing poetry in the dark?
Yeah, I'm in the ocean, I believe. And
yeah, you
that's
are.
where I usually perform.
All right, so we're going to have some poetry from Howard Aronin. Howard is a well-known comedian, but also, some of you don't know, he is a poet as well, which is a very difficult occupation, I must say. You've chosen two of the most difficult occupations I think there are. One is making people laugh, and the other is making people feel emotions through very minimalistic words. Tell me.
Well, poetry, they don't. I ask for you to snap or clap when the poem is over. A comedian is going for that laugh. My God, I would rather do poetry anytime. Because, yeah.
It's easier to get this than it is to go.
It's like it's kind of like being a rock star. It's like the song is over, the poem is over, they're going to erupt with snapping and clapping. It's like Metallica. I am Metallica. I am Metallica.
All right. So speaking of Metallica, I'm going to back you up with healing vibrations, not with fish, but for your poetry reading, I'm going to back you up with some incredible gong playing by the Healing Vibrations, and which is a great site on they're great. They're on YouTube, and they have allowed us to play some of their video. You can go there anytime. What's that? What is that? Your shirt?
Oh, it's just my shirt.
I like it.
Am
What's
I
it
being
from?
heard okay, though? I was having...
You're very fuzzy, but we're just ignoring that. We can hear you.
Okay,
I
mean, I'll be a little louder and less fuzzy.
Yeah, try to be less fuzzy. Maybe it helps. Here we go. We're moving on to poetry on Lunch Therapy, elevating it to a new level.
Oh, well, I believe if I hold the book in front of me, I'll be fuzzier. So I'll try and keep it down here by the terrible microphone I have. My first poem, and when it's over, snap or clap.
Okay.
My first poem is entitled Enlightenment 911 by Howard Aronin. Enlightenment through meditation to reach enlightenment. I've just blown my own mind. Someone call 911.
Sorry, snap.
Or clap. Now, oh yes, some of my poems rhyme. This is all spiritual.
Yeah.
I like that.
That was good.
I don't know if you're familiar with auras. You know what an aura is? The
Sure.
aura?
Aura?
Okay,
Aura?
this is about...
You say aura, I say aura.
no, it's an aura. And
Okay,
this
aura.
poem is about... it's a character piece. It's called Laura and her joyful aura.
I think it's aura for rhyming purposes.
Yes.
Is there a heckler in the
Oh no, poetry heckling. Disembodied poetry heckling. All right, go ahead.
Laura had a joyful aura, a cloud-like spiritual mass. Unfortunately, to my horror, Laura also had spiritual gas. She was a vegan.
All right.
Thank you. Now we'll go to some different genres of poetry. All of them will be fuzzy. This is a psychic limerick. Psychic limerick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Nantucket is a funny word, isn't it?
It is.
Are you familiar with haiku? Haiku
Yes.
is Japanese poetry. It's 3 lines. First line, 5 syllables. Second line, 7 syllables. Third line, 5 syllables. Ending with the word sushi. That's haiku. This is a haiku. The Wizard of Oz frightened me as a young boy. Fly, monkeys, fly, sushi.
Wow, that was great.
Little haiku for you. I don't know. I have other types of poems. I don't know if I'm distracting you right now or.
Let's get one more.
Address.
Come on, give us one more. Yeah.
Oh. Well, I had a kidney stone.
Yeah. I want to hear about that.
For the last 4 days.
Yes.
4 days I had a kidney. That's why I look like I've been through a battle. So
We were
I wrote a
wondering.
poem about that. A very fuzzy poem. It's called Howard's Kidney Stone.
Can you turn on the
Right?
lights? Headlights?
Oh, of course.
Thank you.
That's
Perfect.
going to make it better.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Hi, Kamala. Pamela. Howard's Kidney Stone by Howard Aronin. Howard had a kidney stone. Its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere in his urinal tract, that stone just seemed to go. It stopped one day and would not pass. That was against the rule. Howard downed some lemon juice till everything was cool. Except for the 4 days of crippling pain, each breath he took was scary. He decided to name that little stone after his ex-wife, Mary. Mary had a little stone. I don't know. That's
Mary had a little stone. It's a whole other poem.
really a good closure, I believe.
All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That has been Howard Aronin. He's coming back for the quiz. So we're moving on with the show. You're coming back for the quiz, right? With your fuzziness?
Heck yeah.
All right, cool. Here we go. All right, now here we can applaud. I'm going to mute Howard for a moment. Yay! Here we have our guests, Gini, Sikes, and Susan Wolfe. So good to see you both. Thank you for coming here in the afternoon. I know you're prepping for your big show.
I'm just so thrilled. I'm
Susan.
I'm
Susan
Susan.
first.
Yes. Yeah. I'm Susan.
Yes, there she is. Great to have you here.
Here I am. Great to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Sure.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Are you excited for the show tonight at Flappers?
I'm crazed with excitement. Crazed with excitement. If that sounds sarcastic, there's a little bit of sarcasm there. I will admit. Because life throws you curveballs, and you have to learn. You have to know how to navigate. But the show must go on, and I'm a professional, so I'm
You know
looking
how it
forward
is.
to it.
They say there's no business like show business. They smile when they are blue or down or something like that.
So I don't know the line.
I don't know the
Yeah,
lyrics,
something
but basically, regardless of what's going on in your life, you got to be like, showtime, right?
Oh, no one's gonna know. Nobody will know.
No one will
No
know.
one will know. It'll be a stellar performance.
All right. So the link is in the show notes for the show to buy tickets. It's all virtual, Zoom.
It's
And-
tonight, guys.
It is tonight. Ginny Sikes, you're
Yeah.
next. Tell me your thoughts.
Well, I'm just kind of thrilled to have followed the James Hetfield of fuzzy spoken word.
Yes. Is he
And
still fuzzy?
No, he wasn't that fuzzy,
Okay.
but fuzzy logic, and
Fuzzy
and
logic.
talk about life through Howard, a kidney stone.
Wow, yeah.
So we're all like, Susan had knee surgery, Howard had kidney stones, and I had COVID.
Oh my gosh. Oh
Woo,
boy.
woo, woo.
How was that?
I think. Oh, it was fun. It was a lot of no. It
Scary.
it was coughing, but it was. I was very lucky. I was very lucky, and I just went today and I tested negative, so I am good now.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad you're surviving that. That's horrific. Susan, I'm sorry about your knee surgery. But Susan, you're a coach,
yeah.
right? You're a coach.
I'm a coach. Yep.
Health coach?
Health and wellness coach.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
Well, I became a coach and a comedian almost like simultaneously.
Really?
So each about 4 years. It was like giving birth to twins. You know, it just kind of happened that way, and so I started with the coaching kind of first, but then I just combined the two.
Wow. And so do you find that humor is a form of therapy?
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah. Humor, sarcasm. It's the best. It really is.
We're going to talk
it's
a
what
little
gets
bit.
me through.
We're going to talk a little bit about, if we get to it, the vagus nerve. I don't know if you're aware of the vagus nerve, but it's something that came across our show one day when we had
Is it
people
the
that were.
Vegas nerve or the
It's the
Vargas nerve?
it's the vagus nerve. I don't
Like
know.
Las Vegas?
It's not. It means to wander. It's a different word than Vegas, even though Vegas people wander in Vegas too. Definitely. So we'll get to that. Is there anything else you want to say about the show, Ginny? Are you nervous to compete with comedy? And is comedy something that you can actually compete in? Is it something? Is it like should it be an Olympic event? I guess what I'm saying.
Well, whether I can compete with it in it or not, I am, because it's the audience votes for you. So depending how many friends you have, and one time I've been there where I've had 0, but yeah, a little nervous, but it's all cool.
Right.
And it's 5:30 tonight on Zoom. That's 5:30 Pacific Standard Time. And when are
Nice.
you on, Susan?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Okay.
Tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah, 8 o'clock tonight.
So you're not competing against each other yet.
No.
No, but
We're not.
we regularly meet to just slap each other around.
Yeah,
So
that's a good idea. Especially, but not when you have knee surgery or COVID. Definitely don't hang out with each other and slap each other around. I've been noticing Jay Leno's over at Flappers a lot these days. Have you run into Jay Leno over there at all? Anybody? Yeah.
Yeah, he's been there.
I haven't.
He must be working. Oh, I mean, I didn't. I wasn't on a show with him. I was there when he was there performing, but he's been there for weeks and weeks. He must be working on a special. But apparently, I mean, very, very nice gentleman. And any of the comedians who are on stage with him, he's very welcoming.
That's cool. All right, so here we go. So I got a contest for you. You don't even know what it is, and I hope that you're, up to the task. I'm going to bring Howard on as well. So the 4 of us are going to. I'm going to be the presenter, but it's a comedy contest, and it is a total surprise to y'all. So let me just make sure that we're ready for that. And here we go. Comedy contest. Okay, here we all are. So this is a contest. It was supposed to have a title here, and it will in a moment. That's the Comedy Store. So this is an example. The example is, this is the LA comedy scene, clubs, dives, and open mics with some international skyscrapers thrown in. So I'm going to show you a comedy club in LA, a comedy club, dive, or open mic, and you're going to tell me what it is. That is...
Alrighty.
And this one is the first one's kind of easy, and I just showed it to you, so. Anybody?
Comedy Store.
Comedy Store.
The Comedy Store.
Okay, that's how the game works. It's that simple. And anybody in the chat room can join in and try and beat us. Of course, they're delayed even more than we are. So here we go. How about this one? Anybody nervous about this?
Hollywood Improv?
Hollywood
Is
Improv.
it the Improv?
Ginny got that one.
No.
Okay. I hope
Nice
Howard, maybe you'll keep score. No, that is the Improv. Hollywood Improv. Great. So he's muted. I muted you. Okay, you're back now. Howard, say something, please. Please.
Your hands down.
The Rose Bowl.
Okay, good. All right, on to our next one.
Bowl.
On to our next one. This one.
Ice House.
Ice House,
Ice
Pasadena. Anybody played the Ice House in Pasadena? I can hear you. I can hear you, Howard. Susan has. Ginny, have you?
I have.
Howard?
I was booked, and then the person who booked me unfortunately passed away.
Oh, yes. Dave McNary. Fantastic guy.
Yeah.
Love
Lovely
Dave
man.
McNary. We'll take a moment
I've
of
never
silence.
seen it during the day, the Ice House.
Dave McNary was a champion for up-and-coming comedians, I tell you.
He was.
He also wrote for the Variety.
Variety.
Yep. Cyber attack. Sven de Kock says cyber attack. Maybe we have an attack. Wow. Hollywood Improv.
That's my
The
favorite
Poorhouse. What did you say, Howard?
Poorhouse.
That's my favorite club to perform at, the Ice House.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And why is that, Howard?
Why is that?
That your favorite?
The sound, the way they seat it. The main room is fabulous. there's a word for it. Uh, I have a poem about it. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a wonderful, wonderful. It's meant for
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah. It was one of my best feelings ever with comedy was when I performed there. It was really great. A good feeling all the way around. Very cool.
All right, we're moving on to the next one. So we got good vibes. I've enjoyed it there too. I love that place. Okay, this is just a skyscraper. In case there are people that, are like, I don't know any comedy clubs. So this is a skyscraper. Just tell me what city it's in.
Chicago.
Okay, Susan got that one. Chicago, this is the John Hancock Center in Chicago, Illinois. Just a palate cleanser before we get to a really difficult one. Anybody know this place? This place doesn't exist anymore.
Oh.
But it was kind of I think somebody should make a documentary film about it. Chi-Town. This is called Marty's, and it was an open mic that was over near the Rock and Roll Ralph's. And that's a picture of Marty on the wall there. And it was a very nondescript location, and it was the first open mic that I ever saw that was like every night you could go there. And it was open from like 6 o'clock p.m. until midnight or 1. And it was a dive. And Marty was hilarious. But I just wanted... It closed. I believe it closed, yeah. Harlan Gleason and I used to go over there. Oh, no, I think it might have closed before then. But it was even on Christmas Day you could go there and do stand-up.
Wow.
For one person.
Marty had nothing to do.
Marty was actually very, he was there all the time. And
God
there was
bless him.
even a little apartment in the place where some of the comedians lived, which was very odd.
Oh.
So that's my shout out to Marty's.
That would be hell on earth.
Oh, could you imagine living in a comedy club?
With a bunch of comics in a little space.
Oh my God. And I'm telling you, it was a rough crowd too. Rough crowd.
How long ago was that? How long ago?
I would say probably, I think it probably closed a few years ago. Maybe 2 years ago.
Oh.
Howard, do you know?
Oh, wow.
Howard was going to say something. He was raising his.
2 or 3 years ago.
Did you go there, Howard?
I've been there one time.
One time. It was a tough scene, I'll tell you. How did it go when you were there?
I didn't enjoy it.
All right, moving on. This is a building. Where is this building? Anybody know? This is a really unusual building. Fascinating building.
Toronto.
Sydney?
Good guess.
Sydney?
No. We've got to actually investigate this building sometimes because it's got a pool on the roof. It's got something that spans between 3 buildings. Susan, you got another guess?
I was going to say, it looks like something that, like I was going to say, like, not in India. I mean, don't they have like a very
They have some unusual
unique
buildings in India for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at it. It is Marina Bay Sands Hotel in Singapore. Yeah, and there's like that span. If you can go up on the top, and there's like a park. It's crazy. I'm gonna go there
Boy,
someday.
you better
What about
not
this?
Drop your
What?
Dow.
That looks like
Flappers.
Flappers. That's where you will be performing virtually.
Yeah.
Not really.
I was
there.
just going to say, you better not drop your gum in that building.
Oh, no, you should see the infinity pool. It's insane. It goes right to the edge.
Yeah,
of
I
that
know.
thing.
Like, can you imagine if a kid pees in the infinity pool, what they do to him in Singapore?
Oh my God. I don't even.
Publicly?
They're very clean over there. Very clean. They take their cleanliness very seriously. All right. Oh,
Like
there's another
us.
building. Not like us.
Wow.
There's another building.
Comedy penis.
Looks like a missile.
It looks like one of Elon Musk's rockets.
Right on.
What you think?
Well, after a few years, like out in the sun.
This is the. Anybody pronounce that? I don't know. It's in Barcelona, Spain. It's a beautiful building. And Rex Sikes has shown up. Yeah, look at the maniacs. Nothing you can shake a stick at. Rex Sikes.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Nothing you can shake a stick at. Must have been a reference to something like 5 minutes ago that we said.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's great to have Rex here. Rex has a book. It's a fantastic book if anybody hasn't seen it. What's the name of it, Ginny?
Life on Your Terms.
Life on Your Terms. Rex got Singapore, and of course that was a while ago, but talk about delay there.
Rex.
Has anybody done this club?
Yes. But I've seen great shows. It's the Whitley or the Supernova. They call it different names. It's in Hollywood, and all throughout the pandemic, they've had like I saw in the front row, Anthony Jeselnik, Elijah Schlesinger, Nikki Glazer. It's a pretty great venue.
Seems cool.
Outside of the building, it's like on Hollywood Boulevard near Whitley, and they constructed like this outdoor venue, and they're always getting like discount tickets. It's a real great deal.
I like the look of the stage, how it's like in the middle. Yeah, Susan.
I love how Ginny dropped her seating arrangement, front row.
Because you can buy these tickets.
I'm impressed, Ginny.
It's so great. No, not because I had any.
Wow,
in.
Front row.
It was just
house seats.
More. But the thing is, I would find it hard to perform because it's in the round. So you have to be pretty seasoned because the person has to constantly move around this circle, which would make me trip on the microphone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally. Anyway, that seems cool. I look forward to playing that someday because it looks like fun. Howard?
Yeah.
Yeah? I think Howard would be
Never
great.
been.
How about this one?
Fourth wall?
Fourth Wall Cafe. Fourth Wall Comedy Cafe.
Joe.
Yeah. Joe. Yeah, Joe Menente. Howard, were you going to say something?
Fourth Wall.
Oh yeah. Your audio's sounding much better now. I don't know.
Not only a poet.
No.
Howard, you're not only a poet, you're a mime, or a translator of American Sign Language.
Wow. He's like, these days you have to be a Renaissance person. You have to know how to use microphones. You have to know how to do comedy. You have to do coaching. You have to do everything. You have to do everything. Okay. How about this place? Anybody been here?
No, but I wish I had.
Yeah, you got to go there sometime. It is a dive, and it says, if you go to the website, it says dive bar. I like Rex says multi-talented. Yeah, you have to be multi-talented these days.
Where is the dive bar? Is that
so? This is downtown.
Okay.
It is called the Lexington Bar.
Oh, the Lexington Bar.
It is a real trip if you go down there sometime.
Have you played it, Joel?
Yeah, when I was I used to go to Marty's a long time ago, and that was like the place where I would go kind of grind out the comedy. But I got too depressed there. And then one day, and also you had to kind of wait around. And then one day I found out about this show at the Lexington Bar. Her name is Cassie, who runs this one show that was on Thursday nights. I don't know if it's still happening, but you could go down there and get in a set pretty efficiently, before they had the fourth wall or anything where you could really, go out and do like a couple of sets easily. This was a good place to go, and still is. But it's a real dive bar, and the audience is iffy, whether there's going to even be audience or whatever. But it looks cool in this picture.
Yeah, it does.
And Cassie runs the thing as if she was doing a stadium show. She has like music for everybody. She introduces you. She is like full on with it. So it's really, really kind of fun. God bless her. Gotta hand it to her. And there were a lot of drunks there too. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's not the safest place. Okay, there's another building.
Dude.
Anybody?
Ooh.
I mean, we're not architects, right? We're not architects. We're scientists. Kamala says the other thing about Marty's was that all the comics came with a brown bag of booze and spliffs. Yeah, it's true. It was like that. Totally. Yeah, it was a little bit, it wasn't the healthiest place, I'll tell you. This is the Transamerica building in San Francisco.
Oh, no.
See? It's like a big spike.
That's an easy one.
Yeah. Anybody play this place? An open mic. It's down near downtown. It's a juice bar.
Where do you perform? By the plants?
It's very, it's only for the seasoned veterans because you perform like in the middle of a coffee shop, like in the middle of it. There's like a microphone, a bunch of people sitting around. They're not even drunk. They're just drinking juice, and not gin and juice either. And
do they have a choice? Do they have a choice, the patrons, or like do they just like put you on there and whoever's there just listens?
They have no choice. In fact, I went there one time and perform. Oh, you can perform music if you want too, and I performed a song and poetry. You could do poetry there. I performed a song there, and I'm telling you, one lady in the front row is just shaking her head the whole time, just like you're not really doing it.
Is it still? Are people still performing there? Is it still a mic?
I think so. They have a lot. They have more than one night, and it's a really fun place. And the juice is fantastic. Yeah. You have to order a juice, and they've got all kinds of varieties of juice. It's a very healthy. It's a healthy place to go, and it's not healthy for your ego.
Minimum.
It's a 2 juice minimum. Yeah. Get juiced before you go there, though. But anyway, that's, little place there. It is called the Tribal Juice Bar, Tribal Cafe. Maybe you've seen it. You know how there used to be those, there still is. There's like a website you can go to that shows all the open mics. The Comedy Bureau. Okay, here's one more, because I've got to get Susan and Gini out because they got to go do publicity for the show. Did anybody know this one? Howard.
Looks familiar, man.
I think it's Corky's.
Corky's.
In Van Nuys?
No, but that would be a good name for it, I think. Corky's, because they do have wine there. That's a good guess. This is in Hollywood. Where does the term dive come from, Loretta says? Anybody
Hollywood.
know where the term dive comes from? Dive bar?
When you dive off your stool?
Yeah, maybe you're so drunk you dive right onto the ground.
Well, yeah. You dive low down. Can't get any lower.
You get any lower, yeah. It's a dive bar.
Wait, this isn't the...
What?
Is this a bar?
You've been here before, Jenny. You've been to this place.
It's the Sycamore Tavern.
It's the Sycamore Tavern. Thank you. You've played this place before. There's a weird shot of it, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a place right outside the front door there where they used to have a phone, a coin-operated phone, and it's where my first agent dumped me. Like I had like a pager. I had to call. And then they were like, "Yeah, it's not going well." And then click. And I remember that kind of phone of despair up there. But now, it's a fabulous Sycamore Tavern.
Well, now it's not though because they closed it. But
oh, they did.
Doors down.
They closed it.
I think so because
I haven't heard
right
about
by
it.
it.
Yeah.
I live right by it, and I don't. Unless it's going to come back. But and a couple doors down from it, there was a open mic, which was all about pot. It was just like you would get high, and it was called something with tree in it, but it was just down from the Sycamore Tavern, so you could get high and then get drunk and perform comedy.
Yeah. Kamala got it right. I want to point out when people do get it right. And we'll have to go to that crazy place where you get high that Ginny's talking about.
And everybody thinks they're funny, except the people who aren't.
Yeah, it's always good. My dad taught art in the 60s. And he said that people thought their art was so fantastic. And it was a lot of times garbage because they were so hot. But my dad's a tough critic, so I don't know, maybe. Anybody know this one? This one's nearby.
I know the address.
You know the address? Yeah, 5040. All right. It is the Comedy Union. I don't know if you know the Comedy Union.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's around anymore. How about this one? I mean, I've got to let y'all go pretty soon.
7-Eleven.
It's a 7-Eleven. You know this one. Howard knows.
Fourth Wall.
Fourth Wall. This is the Fourth Wall in NoHo, in the valley.
Well,
it's to the right, the far right, where it says LED sale.
Oh,
yeah, it's right under there. They also have a truck that goes around. Have you ever seen the truck where you can perform in the truck? I don't know if they have that anymore, but
Joe has that?
Yeah, Joe has that. Joe Menente. Joe was on the show one time, and he was working at the fourth wall, because he's running the place at the cafe. And he hadn't had anybody come in there for months because it was in the middle of COVID. And that day when he was on the show, somebody came in and ordered a pizza. And so he had to make them a pizza while he was on the show. It didn't go over very well. All right, so there's only, this one.
A Laugh Factory.
Boom.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
This one?
I wish I would get into these ones that are in Hollywood because I could just walk there.
Yeah.
Is that place on? Is this on Sunset?
This is on Vine.
And
Oh.
wait, are we still Laugh Factory? Or is
No.
this a different place?
This is a different place.
This is a different place. Oh,
Okay, here we go. You're gonna be kicking yourself. Three clubs. You know 3 clubs? No, nobody even
I
knows.
was there once.
I didn't
it's a
even know
good
they
place.
did comedy there.
Oh yeah, they got a
I
nice
thought they-
stage there. They have a really nice stage.
I thought they did bands.
I think it's
Where
kind
don't
of,
they do comedy?
Yeah, where don't they do? I'm sure I should just go through every building in Hollywood. Okay, this is a building that I have never heard of before, but it's incredible.
Wow.
Camo got
Wow.
the 3 clubs.
Huh.
Anybody know where this is? This is
No, but I want to go.
European.
This is in Mecca.
It's in Hong Kong.
It's in Mecca.
Oh, I
Saudi
don't want to go
Arabia.
there.
You don't want to
Particularly.
Okay, this one more maybe.
Comedy
No more.
Chateau.
Comedy Chateau. Howard.
Oh,
never
damn.
been-
Right on.
Yeah, there it is. It's got the.
I'm there
Medieval
Thursday
theme?
night.
You are Thursday night.
A Jimmy
I'm
Shin
there
show.
Saturday.
Oh my god.
And Howard's there Saturday.
Oh my god. We got some advertisement going.
I'm not there. I'm not there either night.
Me either. I'll be here.
Oh, well,
Is this the Ha Ha?
This is the Ha Ha Cafe.
Yes. Oh, I didn't see that. Yes.
That's right across the street from the chateau.
And 2 more. Anybody? Not necessarily a stand-up comedy venue, but a very famous comedy place.
Oh, God.
You're really going to kick yourself on this one. The Groundlings.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
The Groundlings. It looks different in the day, I guess.
Cool. Yeah. That's it's on Melrose, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Tao
Yeah.
Comedy Studio. We
Tao,
all know
Tao.
that.
Cal Comedy
Tao.
Studio.
Dow.
Kamala got
With
the
a D.
Groundlings.
Tao, thank you.
Oh, Hendrix Art. Groundlings.
That's where I got my start. Was Tao Comedy.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, this is a great place. It's a very narrow venue.
Yeah.
Very narrow venue.
Very narrow.
Howard, were you going to say something? You've
And
got-
Bobby just rented out the store,
The next
place
store.
next door. So now it's going to be
wider.
huge, and he deserves
Yeah.
it. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's gonna be. Yeah.
Which is
Yeah. It's
so
great.
Nice. Which is so nice because she was
Yeah.
so worried. She didn't even think they were going to last, and now they're, she's come out of the COVID with a bigger place.
Wow, that's
So,
great.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
Great.
That's great to hear. Loretta says she can't believe any agent dumped you. Well, it was, it's a long time ago. Before I was matured. Aged like a fine wine.
This is so.
All right, so there you go. That's the contest. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'm going to say goodbye to
Great.
y'all.
Thank you, Joel.
Thank you. We
Yeah,
never got
thanks,
to the
Joel.
Vegas Nerve, but that'll be for another show. We just said it was the wandering nerve, that's all. But apparently it is a nerve that goes through your entire body, and we'll have to study that another time. Thanks for being on the show. Yeah, what were you going to
awesome.
say? Susan, were you going to say something about the Vegas nerve?
Well, I was gonna try to be funny and say wandering nerve. I'm a wandering Jew. So
All right.
there you have it.
Yeah. So tonight, Gini is on at 5:30 Pacific time. Susan is on at 8 Pacific time.
Yes.
There is a link in the show notes to try and find that. Howard, are you going to be performing? You're performing. I wanted to say about you. You're
Tomorrow.
performing tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Simi Valley at the 118 Cafe. I'll be doing 20 minutes of pure comedy with a real microphone.
Wow, that's impressive. And aged like good cheese. Have a great show. Quick
Thanks,
question: do any of you have drinks or other relaxing items before performing? Anybody?
No, not me.
I go up sober all the time, man. One sip of booze, it's not good. Yeah.
How-
I can't do it.
Howard has, what is that? Energy drink?
I'll just have a little of this sometimes. Yeah.
Is it an energy
like a
drink?
5 hour? Don't tell my
I should get
children
that.
or my mother.
Howard, are you going to be doing poetry every day for 100 days? Is that what you're doing?
Yes, Instagram. I'm on
Okay.
day 7.
Follow
today.
Howard on Instagram. Day 7. He's only on day 7. He's going to do
That
100.
is so sweet of you, Kamala. Thank you so much.
All
Day
right.
7.
Yep. Poetry. Okay. All right. Thanks everybody for joining me
Thanks,
today.
everybody.
I'm going to dance it out, and we'll see you all some other time in the future. And hopefully
Thank you.
tonight we'll see Ginny and Susan. All right. See y'all later.
Bye, love
Thanks,
you all.
everybody.
Bye. Dance break time.
Yeah.
All right. I'm dancing it out.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I don't know whether Howard wants to come back on for this. Maybe he does. Howard, you want to come back on for this?
Definitely.
Definitely. All right, I got to change your background. Yeah. So yeah, we're doing a little bit of Boston here. This is called Foreplay. Yeah. And it is... it's basically an instrumental before the song Long Time. Are you a Boston fan?
They have one good album here.
Is it only one? But that album you could if you were on a desert island, you could just have that album. It's so good. I gotta dance though at some point. Let's see. I mean, the orchestration on this is incredible, isn't it? I heard Susan. Susan, you want to come back for a little Boston?
Sure.
I mean, you have to go, but
Dance with that bad
bring you
Come
on.
on.
I'll bring you on. I mean, this is one guy playing Boston, by the way. John Bagley.
Oh, that's great.
Isn't it incredible?
Yeah, it is pretty awesome.
He gave us. You're from Boston?
I am.
You're from Boston,
Uh-huh.
Susan. I should have known by your accent.
By my Boston accent?
Your Boston accent. I think that was a tip-off. Okay, so I'm just going to let them play a little bit of the song Long Time here. Or him. It's just one guy. Here we go. I think there's a different guy singing. Oh, there he is. Yeah. We'll just hear him sing a little. Howard, you're good. All right. In honor of Susan Wolfe, I've been playing Boston. Even though I didn't realize she was from Boston. But yeah, it's in your honor. So on Friday, we have Dave Vengus, who is one of the most sought after first ADs in the industry. And he's worked on all these incredible movies. So please join us on Friday for that. And if you have, like I was saying before, if you have anybody who has kids or anything that are interested in working in the film industry and maybe don't want to be actors or something, this is the interview for them. All right, we'll see you all on Friday. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.